Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. I'm Jordan Bishop, and I'm joined today by a very special guest, Derek Butler. How you doing today, Derek?
Doing well, Jordan. Thanks for having me.
Good, yeah, great to have you here, Derek. Now, Derek is a fundamental analyst. As you know, we are technical analysts, and we're going to use these two pieces of information to find your perfect profit formula. Now, what I do want to say before we jump into this profitable content is you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so you get all our brand new videos as soon as they come out. Also, go over to WSI TV so you can get free access to the archives vault. A lot of great information there that we work on every single day, and we want to get it in your hands. So what I want to do here is jump into the fundamentals. As you know, we don't talk a lot about fundamentals on WSI TV, but we do talk about Warren Buffett, probably the most famous fundamental analyst around now. As you know, he's a very wealthy man and it works very well for him. But I'm going to switch this to you, Derek, and I want you to just talk me through the three main points of your fundamental analysis.
PE ratios are really important. They're basically what you're willing to pay for every $1 of earnings in a company. Okay. Depending on the industry the company's in, will kind of depend on what you're willing to pay or what's a reasonable price to pay for a company. If it's something in the technical aspect, you're looking at $15 or under. But in today's bull market, I would even say that you could probably go up to $20, per dollar of earnings. Right, yeah. So a PE ratio of 20 would be acceptable in today's market. Okay, yeah. Then you're looking at your debt to equity, and just something to think about is Lehman Brothers had 30 to 1 debt to equity ratio when they went under in 2006. So what you're saying is that's inflated? That is just absolutely absurd. It's way too high of a price. So if you came across a company that was 30 to 1 debt to equity, you would steer clear? Completely stay away from it. Yeah, completely steer clear. Yeah. You definitely want that closer to 10. Right, okay. And then your free cash flow on hand is basically saying that you have an emergency fund if any special needs come up. Okay. To basically, protect the company from going under. Right, so it's like money in your wallet, right? So your free cash flow would be whatever you got in your wallet in your bank account right now that's not tied in investments. Yeah. Right, correct? Yeah. Okay, great. Fundamentals, like I said, we don't talk about that them all that often, but you're gonna see very soon how this plays into the perfect profit formula I'm talking about here. I do want to recap some technicals here for those of you who are just joining us. Nothing crazy here. We just do chart reading with technicals. We don't look at any of the company's numbers here. Most of the time, we don't even know what the company does. If the chart looks great, if it has good trend lines, which is those lines we draw on the screen sometime following the prices, and then we also do boxes, which we cover quite a bit. It's when a stock jumps between a certain box and then jumps up to the next one and the next one. We also cover moving averages a lot here. A very common one is a 200-day moving average on the daily chart or the 40-week moving average. It's usually the blue line across the charts that we show you on WSI TV. But the reason I bring this up is because the perfect profit formula is something we've been talking about for quite a while. We haven't had anyone in to talk about fundamentals to explain it to you guys, but we got a hold of Derek here. We were very lucky. So what we want to bring up is if a stock is fundamentally strong and is technically strong, that means that you have your perfect profit formula. Now there's a special way of finding these stocks. You can go to chartmill.com. You can click on SMA moving average, price above SMA moving average, play around with the technicals tab on there. But I've also noticed there's a fundamentals tab, which again I never touch because we're just technical analysts here. But you could go on the fundamentals tab and type in PE ratio, right? Yep. And now what would you say? You were talking earlier about how the tech industry is different than the housing industry. So you're saying a good PE ratio for a tech stock is below 15, am I right? Yeah, I'd say it's 15 or below. In today's market, I would go up to as high as 20. Okay. Something like a housing market, you may be looking at something, around 25, or in today's market, maybe around 30. Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense to me. Again, I would always go with the technicals first. You can look at those on stockcharts.com. You can draw trend lines, you can place moving averages on there. And I would suggest to go on stockcharts.com and Chartmill, play around with the different settings there. But again, that tab on the right-hand side of Chartmill that says fundamentals, there's a price earnings
ratings or a P ratio tab that you can click on. If you're looking for tech stocks, you know, below 20, maybe below 15 if you want to get a little tighter with it. Again, the market is still flying. We're still full on bull mode, but this will give you your perfect profit formula. So I appreciate you being here with me today, Derek.
Appreciate having me.
We'll speak to you next time.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.